Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Florida Gators taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Offense set on first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Smashes through. And he's brought down after a nice...
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. From the gun to give, looking for room. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Glagway. Zings it complete to the right. At midfield, he's got room. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
And taking a shot. Getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness, but going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open, finally went to his running back, got him the football, and he did the rest.
Using the quick game.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback checking off. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Moving out of the pocket. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy from the house.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The seventh play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Flagway. Fires to the big fella. Finds a crease at the 20. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're going to throw it again. Working that left side now. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football, and they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
And he added the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. It's Miller. Still running at the 40. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Alabama quickly back to the line. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Quickly out to the tight end. On the move at the 30. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. He'll start the return inside his 25. He goes out of bounds at the 40 after an excellent return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Glagway. Dumps it to the back. Got a man. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
And your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top on 1st down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. The big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And the Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fair catch, called for and made. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Crosses the 30. Open runway ahead. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he got loose, it was all over.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Now, last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And they finish it off with a scintillating big play. 83 yards on the touchdown pass. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Gators sending the offense back to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, Dave.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Gators want to crank the tempo. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you can see sitting back in cover 2, understanding I got to get my zone, get my eyes on the QB, break on the football. Nice play by that linebacker, nice pick.
Here comes that Alabama offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. Gets rid of it. He's got the tight end. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire play.
It just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. If this dude were a kitchen knife, strength, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never... Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one. Both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. To kick off to get this game underway. He'll return it. Bring in the heat. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. On first down, here comes this offense. The give to the back. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
The play action fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking for a man. It's Ward. Right down the middle. It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Now they'll run it to the right here. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the middle. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Lets it fly. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
1st down here for the offense. The pull and throw off the RPO. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
To the air. It's Milroe. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He looks that one in nicely. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown tie.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air on 1st down. Lofts one high and deep. And that falls incomplete as they tried to wrap up the 1st quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the 2nd quarter.
Alabama 7, Miami 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll try the right side. He's there to make the stop.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. They'll run play action. Throwing right. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
This is going all in. Goalpost virtually tapping you on the shoulder, heels almost in the end zone, and you're going for it. Throws to the wideout. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that, you're now gifting your opponent points.
Snagged in the middle. It's Haynes. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up a 3 spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Going for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Dropping back, it's Ward. Forced out of the pocket. He'll let one go down the right side. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They're going to run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Barrels ahead. And the defense drags him down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got to play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He got it. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. He'll be brought down quickly. That's always the risk when you bring it out of the end zone. Do you make it to the 25 or not? In this case, not. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum. He's going to let it go. Reels it in down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Nothing but green ahead. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Back to throw, it's Ward. Moving away from pressure. He'll throw it. He's got his man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and you're like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And they did tack on the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Miller with the ball. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Escapes trouble. Gets away. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Henderson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy step. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting...
Touchdown, Bama! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Back to pass, it's Milroe. They're trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Alabama 19, Miami 7.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He throws back to the left. That could be risky. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block.
And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Cade. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late. At least you got the party started.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. comes that Alabama offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Off play action. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the move at the 30. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 19, Miami 14.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Pulls it in. It's Haynes. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the first down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
Quick strike complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They'll run it from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. But they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
And he's a little bit short, but how about the effort? At least he laid out. You see so many quarterbacks slide nowadays to protect themselves. He laid out for the first down. Unfortunately, he's a little bit short.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Looking for the end zone on 2nd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll leave it with him. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Howard. Uncorks one. Complete downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
This is a running back who is versatile, and his catching ability really helps this offense out vertically down the field. And you saw it on that play on the wheel route. That wasn't just a screen and a swing. They got him faking going to the flat, turning up the sideline for a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. And the returner will be dragged down. The offense set for a first down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
When you play zone coverage, you've got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Alabama pushing the tempo.
Really nice run there. Listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly. Man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They've always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
They've got it under 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll run it from the gun. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. They go to the ground. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Snags it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and goal, where the strong come through. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. So a drive there of 84 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ballard. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you play a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to pass, it's Howard. Going up top. Makes the grab on the left side. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Fires on the move. And it's picked off.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Trying to start the drive with a pass. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays at it.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He's going to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Bernard. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. To the air, it's Milroe. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
A nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
I don't know if this is the time for for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He'll pull it down. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, two things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And two, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to run it. At the 20, he's got space. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Alabama quickly back to the line. He wants to throw. He caught it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Man, these in-breaking routes are so hard for these slot guys because you're so worried about them flying up the field vertically. Nice job sitting down, breaking in, finding a little hole, making a catch.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
On the ground, it's Judkins. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Looking to throw on third. He's going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 35. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Through the air, it's Milrow. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Alabama pushing the tempo. Snap from the gun on third down. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
When QBs are able to do this and just pull it down after he's sat back there in the pocket a little bit and go make plays, so frustrating for a defense. If I blitz and play man-to-man, nobody's looking at the QB. He can make a big play. If I sit back, he can still scramble, run up, and get a big play. So hard to defend this guy.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over.
Got a lot of running room. And they'll finally bring him down